This isn't an ordinary day for these officers in Ohio. Months went into planning this prostitution sting.
I do the intel part, trying to figure out who the players are.
Officers post up at a motel off a main highway looking for drugs, men who solicit prostitution, and sex trafficking survivors.
So the first thing is to make sure that they're safe, and secondarily try to get them services that they can rely upon later to maybe try to get out of this industry.
They start by creating a woman's profile, sometimes spoofing their own image, then posting it to sites that cater to prostitution. Investigators work on setting up dates by chatting with prospective Johns.
You never know what you're gonna get or who you're gonna get.
After getting in place in the hotel room, one by one.
Police, Amherst Police, step inside. Amherst Police, under arrest. Put your hands behind your back.
Men drop by and get busted. Volunteers are also on hand with resources for any trafficking survivors they come across.
And whatever we can do to help stop it is what we're going to do.
You're under arrest.
Survivors who manage to escape sex trafficking are often left with permanent reminders of their trauma, branding tattoos tying them to their past.
An artist in Arizona recognized the issue and decided to help. Reporter Mary Coleman shows us how she's helping survivors erase the scars of the past.
I want something that is me and not all those other things. So I'm excited.
For some, a tattoo is a form of expression, allowing a person to tell a story. But for others, the ink can be a painful reminder.
It's one of those things, it's like I let this person have that over me for so long. And so now I'm just excited to put something that's just me, that just makes me feel like I own me in a way, and not all those other things.
Mariah was pulled into sex trafficking when she was a teenager, branded with a tattoo at age 16, and she is one of many.
It was typical for him to get his name on girls because he was just very possessive, and definitely you're mine, you do what I tell you to do type of thing. But when I got it, as crazy as it sounds, it almost felt like I was good enough to be.
But today, she continues the process of covering it up with an animal she loves, an elephant. Gina Jernukian is a tattoo specialist who decided to get certified for removals years ago, and that's when her life changed.
The next thing I know, I would say in a matter of 3 months, there were so many odd tattoos, crowns and names, and just tattoos that didn't make sense. Enough so where I start asking around, like, what are these? And someone had told me they're brandings. I didn't even know that existed.
Gina decided to take action, reaching out to others to see how they could help these sex trafficking victims get their tattoos removed or covered. That's how Soul Survivor Inc. was created, and it's been changing lives like Mariah's ever since. Johnny at Broken Clover Tattoo is among the artists who are giving their time and talent pro bono to allow survivors a new lease on life.
Afterwards, the transformation, it's almost like a weight's lifted off of them. They don't have to see this visible signs of this painful past every single day that they look in the mirror.
Starting fresh with a new tattoo, Mariah has turned her life around, and she says becoming a mother has changed her perspective on so much.
I got out of it when I was 24, so 8 years ago, and I'm grateful for every moment of it because I was not supposed to make it out of that, I think.
Mariah tells me she does not know where she would be had Soul Survivor not stepped in. Now, she is paying it forward, becoming an advocate for other victims.
I decided quite some time ago that I could let it be just something that happened to me, or I could let it be something that I use to stop it, hopefully, from happening. I just try to be what I needed from someone when I was there.
Elephants have an incredible memory and thick skin, characteristics of Mariah as well. She says though she will never forget what she's dealt with, her resiliency has kept her alive, and this new tattoo will always remind her of that.
It's a new beginning. They chose to put what they want on themselves. It's something beautiful, something that's meaningful, something that doesn't cause pain every time they look at it.
You know, I think she said it best at the end of that story. The new tattoo gives them like a new beginning. It kind of redefines who they are as a person.
Exactly, and I was just listening to her story, just thinking how brave she is to tell the story and to be able to move on with this new life that she has that just seems so amazing.
With a new baby. Very nice, yes.
Yeah. The State Department lists other red flags for human trafficking: living with an employer, multiple people living in a cramped space, and the inability to speak with an individual alone. The National Human Trafficking Hotline is available 24/7 to take reports at 1-888-373-7888, or you can text 233-733.